Hey guys, it's Phantom and welcome back to MMORPG Tycoon 2. So last episode we started working on our main town, at least one of the main towns, because I think we'll need probably a couple. Yeah, we are going to continue obviously in this episode, and as promised, we are going to speed some stuff up since I have to work a lot with modular buildings, which is going to require me to have a lot of time, obviously, and I don't want to make it painstakingly boring for you guys. So what we'll do is we'll start with that. I'll stop the speed up from time to time to talk about things that I'm seeing or thinking. But hey, let's get it started and enjoy. Right, so a small little update to see what we've been doing, I should say. So yeah, you saw me building all these areas out by hand, and as you can see, that takes a lot of time. Also, the network obviously is a big problem. This looks really messy. I promise I will clean that up, but for now it works, and that's what matters. Also put a capacitor in there to get some extra energy. But mainly high rises and large buildings in the center. I think that's a very good idea to have. I don't want to infest this area. I think this should be more public or elegant, stuff like that. And the house here is going to be the deputy to the king's house, maybe the master of coin, for example, with his own private garden. Obviously, the king itself is going to get a huge area for himself, and I think that this area is going to be pretty good because he will have a view of the sea, he'll have view to the city center, and also to the previous region. That's obviously going to require a lot more building, but let's continue. Right, so that was a lot of work. Obviously I need to tweak it a little bit more, place the houses a little bit nicer, because you can see it's a little bit messy, but I think that is the northeastern section of the town completely settled, basically. I figured it was a good idea to get the clock tower in here. Would break it up a little bit, but we might want to, let's see, can we rotate it like that? That would be even greater. There we go. Even better, I should say, not greater. Maybe like that. Come on, there we go. Great. So now once you're standing here, you can actually see what time it is. That's kind of the point of a clock tower. So basically this is the rich section. As you can see, a lot of high rises here. Wanted to work with that in order to show off that those people have wealth and stuff like that. Then you have the also wealthy here, but not, just a little bit more on the outside of town. Still very big buildings, and this one is probably one of my favorites, where I basically hooked up two modular buildings together by just squeezing them together, which was pretty freaking good. And then you get to the lower section. Now these are just upper working class families, I'd imagine. They're not poor. We'll get a section for poor, which is probably going to use most of these houses, because, well, as you can see, the roofs and stuff like that is not that good. And I decided I wanted a wall here in order to get like an inner wall of the city settled. Reasoning behind that is that you also get a clear division of who is very wealthy and who is poor. So all in all, I think that was a pretty successful build so far. Obviously we do need to fill it in with props and stuff like that, but that's going to take a lot of time, and I'm probably going to do that off camera. We might do it on camera. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet, but yeah, I figured I'd place a few tables here, and I wanted to get like a football or soccer for US people in here, but I don't really have a prop which I can get it to work with. I found one like the washing line, which we used for example here. Where is it? There we go. So this one, but that would mean that I would have to flip it on its side in order to get that working, and that doesn't seem like a possibility, unfortunately, so that's kind of a shame. Pretty good all in all. Some power problems, unfortunately, but we do have almost 1,000 people online, so we did have to add a couple of extra servers. Basically the main problem was that there were too many people in a level 2 zone, which is the sole reason why obviously we want to get a new starter area up here for level 1, level 2 and stuff like that. Maybe add multiple level 2 zones there, because I kind of expanded quickly in order, of course, to also get the series moving forward a little bit instead of getting stuck on level 2 for a long time. But yeah, northeastern section is finished. Now what we are going to do is probably start working on the southwestern part, as well as fill this up a little bit more with several shops and stuff like that. So this area as well, so the whole center is kind of arranged. There is only one issue though. I think I have to move the castle from here to here. I think that's going to be a little bit better. I wanted it to be here, but I really don't see a reason how I can get a way how I can get that working in my head. So we'll probably move the castle over here. Right guys, so version 8.0. What's the most useful? Flight paths or instant messages? Instant messages give +5 to hooks, which is going to make them interact easier, but flight paths is going to be great to get to the city, so we're going to pick flight paths. I think that's better. Yeah, let's go fly past, because then we can unlock vehicles. So let's release that. And then I'm just gonna continue working on this area. I figured I'd get a little some plants in here, make it look nice and attractive, like people want to come here. I'm not gonna do fill it all up with these plants, because that would look a little bit weird, since it seems like they're kind of sunflower-like. So we'll gradually move over to the other side and then fill it up with something else. But so far I'm pretty happy with the result of the city. We're not nearly done, but we're getting somewhere. Right, so that's basically the southwestern section done as well. I also filled up these areas, this area with some trees, and created a nice little port. Now I did try to get my first vehicle in, as you saw that we just unlocked that with version 9. But since we don't have enough money, I'm unable to set up a route from here to here. Don't even know if that's quite a good idea. Might as well just do it from here, so they have to traverse this intersection, this first area anyways. But so far I think it's looking rather good. And now in the next episode we are going to start designing our castle, which is obviously going to take probably the entire episode, but we do want it to look good, don't we guys? Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, then a like would be greatly appreciated, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode.